Recording is on.
Hello everybody, welcome to another class of C programming and practice. Today we're going to discuss about arrays. So first let's write the definition of array. So today we're going to talk about arrays. Okay. Array is collection of items in programming, right? Collection of items. They're all items, data type, data type must be same. Okay. What it means is if you have an array, you can have only single data type. Okay. For example, if you have an array of integer data type, that means you have all arrays items are integer. If you have a float data type variables, all of their data type is float. Okay. And another thing is we have to see today is, let me write it this way for you to visualize. Let's say this is an array. Okay? Array has something like this. Let's say okay. One more here. Let's do one more here. Okay. Let's say this is an array. Okay. Okay. This is the array size. Okay. So array size is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? This array size is 7. And these are indices, or you can call address. Array starts from 0. Okay, this is address 0, address 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's say in address 0, array has a value of 7, and address 1 maybe 8. Let's say 9. Let's say this is 10. Let's say this is 77. And let's say this is 16. And maybe this one is 11. Huh? Okay. So how we define is, if you call array 0, array 0, it has a value of 7, right? And array 1, value, it has a value of 8, so it can go all the way to 6. So array starts from 0. Okay, don't forget, if you have a array size of 7, so array address will be 0 to 6, because array starts from 0. Okay, let me, in programming, let me put how we define it. In programming, let's say we're defining an array. Okay, let's say this is a mark. Array size is 7, right? So you put the values inside curly bracket. You put 7, 8, 9, 10, 77, 16, 11, right? This is a value of our array. Our array name is mark. So if you want to call this 7, if you want to print out 7, you can just call the address. Print f, it's an integer, so we put the integer symbol, and we call mark. Inside this square bracket, you call the address. This is the address from 0 to 6. So if you want to print out 7, then you put address 0. Okay. If you want to print out, for example, 77, then you change the address because 77 address is 4, right? Okay. So this output will be 7, and this one's output will be 77 because we're calling from by address, right? And we call this single dimensional array, one dimensional. If it's a two dimensional, then it becomes table. It has a column and row. But today, first we learn about single dimensional array. Okay, so now let's open the code blocks so we can check our array. Okay, let's open new file. Okay, new file, C program, let's name it array MEE-19. Okay, okay. So as usual, we call studio, define the main. Okay, I think you can see now. Okay, we're talking about array, right? Okay, so now we define the array. We can define in two ways. First way is we define the, let's make this one 5 maybe, make smaller. Let's go from 9, 1, 3, 5, 6. Is it 5 now? Yeah, it's a 5 values, right? Okay, this is the first way of defining array. Another way is we can put, uh, if you don't know the size of the array, you can just skip the value here. If you know exactly the size of array, how many values it should have, then you can put the exact array size. If you don't know, you can just leave it, okay? Then you can write here, same numbers, right? This is another way. This is the second way of defining array. Third way of defining array is like integer mark. Let's say you know the size, right? Uh, 5. But now you have to give uh, value of each array address, like 9, right? Okay, we put 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 9, 1, 3, 5, this 6, right? This is the third way of defining array. So there's three ways of defining array. So you can use all of them. There won't be any error. Okay. Oh, we have an error here. Let's see. I think we cannot define this way. What it says. Oh, I see. We define our error is we put the same name for array. So it's an error. We cannot do that way. Okay, this one should be 2, 2. You cannot put same name for different arrays. Okay, now there won't be any error. You see, just now we put the mark for 3 arrays, so you cannot give same name for arrays. Okay, all right. So let's see our example. So if you want to print out, for example, if you want to print out number 5, so you have to give the address of 5. So we say array address starts from 0, right? This is address 0, address 1, address 3, address 2, and this is address 3, right? So you put address 3, then you're supposed to print out number 5, value 5. You see that? Our output is value 5. Okay? If you want to print number 9, you just put address 1, address 0. Okay? So that is 5 and 9. I have to put this. So it becomes in a new line. Okay? So I think this is definition, this is a output printout. And we will see the one example, right? You can give array value using loop, all right? So last time we learned about loops, right? So today we have to use them. Let's say this is values. Let's say it has a 5 value, right? So we will ask our user to enter uh, array values, okay? Okay. So we have to ask our users to enter 5 integers because our array value is 5, right? Okay. Now we put scanf whether we have to use loop. We forgot. Let's say integer I equal to 0, I less than 5, I increment. Now we put the scan. Okay. We asking integer, so put the integer value. Values. We put here I. Okay. All right. This loop is supposed to receive the value from user. So now we have to display the array value. Let's see, displaying integers. Let's put it this way. Now we use another for integer I 0, I send 5, I plus plus. Now we put print. Print. This is integer, right? Let's put this way. Values. I. Okay. I forgot here. Hmm. So when we debug, it will show us error where we have an error. So this is definition. This is a initialization of array, which we give value to array, and this is a array out. Okay, let's check. It's asking me to enter integers. Let's count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. You see, I user entered the 5 integers and it's printing out all 5 integers at the bottom. You see, we can do another maybe 44, 43, 22, 11, 77. See, we give array value, which means user is giving array value. I think that's it for today. Next classes we're going to learn more about arrays, and we're going to do more exercises, and eventually we have to use these C programming skills to write program in Arduino. Okay, we have a few more classes before we start Arduino class. Okay, I think that's it for today, and see you in next class.